Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through my July TBR, but before we get into that, there's two things that I have to mention. The first thing being that my July TBR is actually relatively small. It's only 5 books, and that is because the reading rush also takes place in July. So these are the 5 books that I want to have finished, hopefully, fingers crossed, before the reading rush starts, because I will be doing a separate video for my reading rush TBR. So yeah, that's why there's only 5 books for my July TBR. And the second thing is to stay tuned until the very end of the video, because I'm going to be talking to you guys about my next 2 videos that are coming out, and I want to get your opinion on which ones you want to see first. So stay tuned to the end if you want to be able to give me your opinion on that, which would be really, really great. That's out of the way. If you want to see my July TBR, keep on watching. Okay, so before we start, I'm going to do the same disclaimer that I do in every single one of my videos, and that is if you hear my Great Dane whining or crying, she's not hurt, dying, or anything above, she's absolutely fine. She's just dramatic, but here on this channel, we deal with it. So, getting into my July TBR, the 5 books that I have on my TBR I'm actually really, really excited for, and I'm actually so desperately hoping and praying that I can get them done before the reading rush. So, yeah, I will get into my reading rush blues in another video, but I really want to get these books done before the reading rush. So, yeah, the first book that I have on my TBR is Pippi Longstocking. This is a book that I recently hauled. I can't even explain how nostalgic I am about Pippi Longstocking and how excited I am to have a copy of this book. I loved Pippi Longstocking growing up. The TV show was just like, it was like one of my favorite shows when I was a little kid. So to have this is so wonderful. I'm very, very excited to read it. It's probably going to be my next read. I just finished reading 2 relatively heavy books, so I feel like this will be kind of a nice pick-me-up. And yeah, I'm very excited to not only have this, but be able to read it. So it's definitely probably going to be my next read that I have going, whatever. Yeah, okay. It's going to be one of those videos where I can't talk at all. The next book that I have is Dreamland Burning by Jennifer Latham. I never say her name correctly. Please excuse the washi tape here. I bought this book and it had a rip in the cover, which is why I was able to get a discount on it, but I didn't want the cover to come off, so I used washi tape because I don't have clear masking tape, and it was just like a mess. But I mean, it's okay, it's fine, I'm living with it. Ignore it, please. I'm sorry. This is a book, how do I explain it? Okay, so it's a dual perspective story. So one aspect of it is taking place in 1921 during the Tulsa race riots, and then the other aspect is told through like a present day story. And what happens is, in present day, the girl, I think her name is Rowan, finds a skeleton buried in her family's backyard, and that's where you get the past tense, because the skeleton that's there is, I assume, somebody from the 1921 Tulsa race riot. So you're getting both stories of what happened and how the body ended up there, and what the girl and her family are doing to like dig up the history and figure out what happened as well. So yeah, it sounds really, really cool, and also super heartbreaking. We just passed Juneteenth, so I feel like this is pretty much a timely book. I wanted to read it on June 19th, but it didn't happen. I was in the middle of 2 other books, so I want to get to it anyways. I feel like it's going to be one of those really powerful reads, and it's probably going to be a book that I annotate. So if you guys want a review for this book, let me know in the comments down below, because I would definitely be willing to do that. The next book that I have on my TBR is another one that I recently hauled. Actually, I think, yeah, 4 out of 5 of these books are books that I recently hauled. So I'm trying to like take down my haul list one by one. I know it's probably not gonna happen, but anyways, the next book is James Baldwin's If Belle Street Could Talk. This is there's a movie adaptation for this, and I've been wanting to watch it forever, but I am like hell-bent on reading the book first because the whole story sounds so beautiful. It's about this young black couple who obviously fall in love because they are a couple, and they're getting ready to start a family, and then of course the man is accused of committing like this horrible crime. I don't know what the crime is, but he's accused of committing a horrible crime that he didn't commit, and the girl and her family are working tirelessly to clear his name. So the concept of it seems pretty basic in general for what's currently coming out right now, especially from Black authors, but I can't stress this enough. Just because the idea seems like it's being talked about over and over and over again, you're always going to get a different perspective from a different author. So that's why, like, I could read about, you know, a Black man being accused of a crime he didn't commit in 20 different stories, and it wouldn't bother me and I wouldn't get tired of it because it's 20 different perspectives. So I can't stress that enough. One idea cannot get tired if it's done by like 20 different people. You're gonna get a new perspective every time, so give it a chance. This is another one that I'm very excited for, especially because I'll be able to watch the movie. So yeah, that was a really long speech about that. I'm sorry, but I am super excited for this one. And the next book that I have on my TBR is one that I've been anticipating for probably like a good portion of the year, and that is Unpregnant by Hendricks and Ted Caplan. This sounds like it's going to be really funny, while also hitting some hard topics, and I love that in my YA contemporaries. It follows our main character who comes from a very Catholic conservative background, and she winds up pregnant, and the father of the would-be child is not very helpful with the situation. She can't turn to her parents because they're very conservative and Catholic, and she's not supposed to be pregnant, so she can't really turn to her parents, and the only person that she can think to turn to is her ex-best friend and a stolen car. So she would like to get an abortion, and the only person that I assume will take her is her ex-best friend, who somehow has this stolen car, and they're going to drive across the country for her to go and get this abortion, or so we think. I don't know, I haven't read it yet, I don't know if she goes through with it, but there are aspects of it that sound like it's going to be absolutely hilarious. So I am excited to see how these authors tackle the topic of abortion, especially for teenagers. So yeah, this sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting as well. And then the last book on my July TBR, I'm putting somebody's going to disagree with me in the comments by me calling this book a fantasy, but I don't care because it's a fantasy in my eyes. And that is The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. It is a series of short stories written by Leigh Bardugo, and I believe they're all fantasy. So I am calling this a fantasy book. I have been in a love-hate, mostly hate relationship with fantasy forever. So I've decided that for every single TBR video I make, there's going to be one fantasy in my TBR at least that I have to read, and this is it for July. I'm hoping that I'm able to stomach it. It looks really pretty. There are some illustrations in it. Let me see if I can, okay, well, like the borders around the pages look super pretty. So, and the cover of it is gorgeous. Well, the dust jacket is really nice. I think the book itself is just like plain. Well, oh no, I lied. That's the cover of it. It's a really pretty book, and I'm hoping because it's short stories, it won't feel so daunting to me. But I mean, we'll see. You know, I could be severely lying to myself. Like, I think this is beautiful, and the font's a different color. Like, I think it's just gonna be kind of a refreshing read. So yeah, I am also excited about this as well. So I'm hoping that I'm able to get through these 5 books before the reading rush. That would be amazing if I could do that. I feel like I'll be starting the reading rush with a really great momentum. So yeah, those are my books for my July TBR. I feel like this video has been like super short, and like all my videos up to this point have been like a little bit on the longer side, so I'm sorry if you guys don't like short videos, but oops. So if you're still here, I wanted to ask your opinion on the order of my next 2 videos. So I have a live read with me filmed and ready to go, or you can meet another one of my dogs. So you're gonna get both videos. It's just a matter of what order you want. So for Friday's video, I can either post the live read with me, and then next Tuesday you can meet another one of my dogs, or I can reverse that, and on Friday you can meet another one of my dogs, and on Tuesday you can have the live read with me. So let me know in the comments down below what order you would like to see those 2 videos come out in. That would be great and really helpful. I like getting your guys' input on my video ideas and what you want to see, because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones watching it. So yeah, I want to make sure that you guys are interested in it as well. And I think that's pretty much it. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe before you go. Please let me know what order you want to see the videos in. And don't forget to follow me on my social medias. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can also message me there. We can talk about books. It's a great time. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!